Hello and welcome. Right, I thought I'd do a few jobs before starting the camera, and I thought I always do it. I get carried away, and then I think, don't you think you ought to be starting the cameras and letting everybody? Because this is the sort of let's play. I remember Silly P used to do the same, and his viewers and subscribers would say, "We do like to see you doing that." It's true. This is all farm related stuff. What we actually did. Oh, they're a little bit invisible sometimes. I've started all the engines. That still needs doing. We really need to go through filter mode. But we did discover. What did we discover? No, it wasn't. No, I'm thinking of the German map that I cannot pronounce his name. Yeah, by Calais. Yeah, no, these are all good, so we can go through till tomorrow. Uh, yeah, I have set the. Although what I said was true, and it isn't going to earn thousands, the one thing that especially baling does. I mean, I'm not gonna worry if I don't do one of the little fields. But I thought, well, it's visibility. It is. As in, like, it suddenly appears when you've got a bale. This then realizes you've got a lot of hay. Okay, maybe that it can see it already, or maybe that is what I've already baled. Well, that'd be interesting to see that figure to see if it goes up. Because if it doesn't until I'm doing a few bales, then we know that actually it's not what I think. It's actually on the fields. And I didn't realise it to do that. Now, actually, it had an update, the time saving stock check. So I wonder if it was to do with that. Because I've always been, you do, or you learn, because you can see that you can't see something. So you realise, oh, well, you can't do that. You never used to see things in the field, but you can always see things you got stored. Now, it could be that that's true. We can check that. If we go to the silo, that silo there's the only one that can have hay, plus which there will be hay in the. If we can have and see that it is, and it's nothing to do with the bales on the floor. There is 78,000, and this is the biggie. This one has got 646. So it can see the bales then. It can. Right, okay, so I think it's the bales, and I always did think that, and I've got him trundling over in the distance. You may or may not be able to see that, because you can't always see it. Just because I can see it now, the distance when you're doing field, like the conversion is completely different. So there you go. She is trundling along very nicely. She'll just miss the corners as they do for some reason. I would expect it's quite difficult for a course place to program really that, because it's got to like say and when you get to the corner, and then it's got to work out tangents and vectors, things like that, to actually get the corners right, because it changes slightly for how big the cut field is. Each one is going to be completely different. So I totally understand. Why did I leave the header out in the field like that? Oh, I haven't sort of. No, he's there. Let's go grab it. I think at the time I was very busy and I was thinking I won't need that again, but that sort of means that say you abandon your header in the middle of the field just because you were, leaving the let's play, because this is the end of the thing. So, and it is really. So, we don't have to take things to market now. Oh, what was I going to say? I can't see it. It's done that thing where it goes in the floor again. Right. So that is true, really. It's not terribly important. The people taking over from me would, yeah, it's a game, and we all know that. It's no good pretending. We all know that and this CP was very good at that. Then he is a storyteller. That's his thing. Whereas I'm not really. I'm not pretending that I'm cracking on or selling. Although for the storyline, in reality, this farm wouldn't just disappear. If you're sort of trying to play. The other thing is, it does say on a start to scratch that hard economy is the economy that's most like real life. So, in some ways, although it is difficult, I am toying with the idea of only doing it on hard economy. It's going to mean I've got to up my game, because it is tough. It really is. Which is supposed to reflect, but if it does reflect real life, and to be honest, having a normal, I do it for growth, it's true, but I can still do it on hard economy. Whether I could do that on, I don't think I'll do it on FS25. I think I did on FS22, which was really silly of me. You've got to learn the game first. So I'm hoping that I learned my lessons from FS22 when I did go on hard straight away, just to prove I was hard and I could do it quick. It's true, I did, but and it didn't. Yeah, we did it. What I mean is, I think while you're learning, you ought to give yourself a bit of a break. So I think we might well do that. Well, anyway, I think we have done all that we've got to do for now. We've really got to go and let the processors process, haven't we? And we could speed up because it's mainly the rice is what we're waiting for now. The other things, I mean, layers obviously working away around that massive field. We've got these three, which, as I say, I'm not really worried if they. And this, oh, didn't know I even press A then. Right, if we take this, no, I'm not bothered. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, well, let's finish that field because actually, I've got to be honest. I think we'll do one more run on this. We'll empty this, and of all the tractors we've got for racing to the, and this is what I've always said that is the disadvantage to forage, and that is that you've got to race. I mean, this is the best tractor in the game, really, as opposed to this particular aspect. But yeah, you've got to race from one place with every single thing. Unless you've got farm supply productions littered around your farm in good places or something like that, or one of them. That'll do actually. Oh, okay. Thought I might actually pop at that time, but not quite close enough. It's weird how your angle, you're further away than you think you are. Yeah, it does. This is the disadvantage to them, really, is that, you know, how long in between each. Sometimes you've got to work it out, but you're probably away from working equally as long, if not longer, on some farms than you are actually. Then that becomes the disadvantage, the Achilles heel of the forage. But if you do what I frequently do, which is to put them at the edge of fields, then if it only takes you like 20 seconds and then however long to eject, then forage becomes a completely different thing, because obviously the time element is its disadvantage. Its advantage is the fact that it doesn't have to have a second process like the bales that need picking up off the field, which can be a huge undertaking that takes a long time. So at that point, forage becomes the best. I've always did say a long time ago in NFS&19 that I wasn't a massive fan of forage, but it took a while. But in the end, I thought, hang on a minute, forage is sort of really good-ish. And that's when I started to work on like the master plan of, well, how do you make forage really good? And that is to take away its Achilles heel, and that is the distance between where you go to drop your whatever, grass, hay, whatever you're doing, into storage. Which is why in Rombos, when the farm was massive, I think that was, I learned that a lot of farmers do it as well. They've got like, especially say a massive farm in America, and they've got huge fields, they are going to have a storage depot on the edge of the field, or in the middle of the field, or somewhere near that field. That's a given. Why? Because exactly what I'm talking about now, the distance between transport, it becomes a real problem at that instance. So again, little things that you can take to your little farm that are actually based upon real life things. So it's not and yeah, I mean, I've done it in the middle of the field. It really is good. It is. I mean, obviously you've got to make sure that you avoid it. It can be a bit of a pain, but it's also the very best. I've done it on great grandfather's farm. I did it on that one. I did it ages ago on others. I've done it on the edges. On other ones, Avon Valley, I did it sort of. It was on the edge on that one. Oh no, I did one in the middle, a silo in the middle. I never feel that was silly to not do that. Really. Yeah, and then as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy. We've got what we've got, and I mean, there's a lot of tonnage on the ground. It's quite amazing. I mean, I don't know if this is legit, whether there is a substance like hay that you do get from rice. I would have thought it was an approximation, but if there is, it's quite a bonus to growing rice, really. Okay, what I was going to get away with that at the corner, but let's finish off. Right, so then. Yeah, I was trying to find the bestest route, and it was across here once we'd actually harvested it. So, yeah, I think actually the hay in this was all that we did from here. I don't think I'd ever put it in there before. So really, that'll be about 80 something tons now. So I'm happy with that. How is Leia doing? Are you stuck, or are you? They usually say they're blocked. Ah, okay. You've not said it. I think you're getting ready to go down here. I think. We should see if I'm right or wrong. You like to go down here, or you'll twist off. You always know when you've got it wrong, because they literally veer off somewhere else. But they should be going up the road instead of down it, or down the road instead of up it. So let's leave him now to finish that off, and we are going to go to Sleepy Bar. No, I think, yeah, I reckon we're going to see how, because the rice thing is actually really good at sort of motoring. We've sort of seen it, so I think if we speed up till, say, 11, rain might come, but it doesn't really matter for bailiffs. Wow, typical. Well, I do aim for realism. I do. I've always said that. So, can hold the buddy. Yeah. And that'll do me. It is 248,695. Let's crack on and see how the rice is doing. And we will put the... We're going to need to lug it out first, though, aren't we? We had a little tiny bit of wool to grab from the thing as well. The sheep stroke. Yeah, it's done 14 tons. 21 tons. But, yeah, we are really... We're going to need the other one, I think. Let's grab the other lorry. I think I'm not close to it already. I can't remember where I left it. Yeah, it's like literally stones throw away. Right, so if we grab the horse rice, yeah, it's just such a shame about this. I am tempted now to take it out of the game. I know there's not much of the game left, really. We are very, very close to FS25. Well, when I say that, yeah, you don't know. I'm hoping that Giants have play tested enough that the game sort of works. But, yeah, I can't imagine that there'd be an uproar, but yeah, that's the one. Let's move that, put it with the other, then we can see we've got visibility of exactly how much we've got. Because really, this is all that's holding us up. It is from like the Let's Play being completed. The animals are as good as they're going to get. We've sold the biggest part of the herd that was really worth a lot of cash. So, yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's just leave that one there. And this one can be putting in any... Oh, no, I've moved. Yeah, and then more we do again is speed up for a couple of hours. It's that good. So 1 o'clock. I would say. Yeah, but you think you need to take it out of storage as well. Oh no, there is enough. Wow, that must have a full 30 tons. Must have. Great demand for grocery mart. Of course there is. Seems to, as I say, it is a beast. Yeah, very, very powerful. I mean, I don't know what you're actually doing, de-risking. I suppose actually it may well be a very quick process. In which case, it's not really surprising that this takes so little. How much have we got left in? I think we're going to need to... No, just dumped it in, haven't we? So we need to speed up for another couple of hours. So take till 3. All my life. which I don't know if I get carried away with that super mod. Right. It's a good job we would, yeah, it would like, because it's not stopped raining all day. Let's go grab. We will have some, I would imagine. Mind you, I think we've still got some more rice in the silo, so we've got to get this right. Because I always say this is the one job I insist that if you've got things that have got to be turned into something else, so your production side, I went the longest possible time on the German map because it's got the smallest biogas plant. Well, actually it wasn't, but it was a horrible. It is true though, I don't know, obviously, I'd imagine the in-game and those that are modded, the 15, 16, 150 kilowatt ones, the small ones that are made by people, I'd imagine they're based upon real life. In which case, obviously, although it's horrible, it is a good depiction. But if you, and I suppose that's the thing, it is a game. Wow, I really do need some lights on. How do you handle that? As a content creator, you are obviously trying your best to streamline things, really. Go to 5. Oh, we did stop there. That's it. We're doing only a little dribs over the hour. So let's see, can we get that last bucket in that we've got here now? And go grab some more. Because I know we took an awful lot of our last harvest because yeah, we were doing this. I've left that there in case I change my mind, but I won't. No, thinking about what I've said, it is true. All we've got to do really is convert the rice to the rice that you would sell. So everything else is sort of visible on the translated stock check, so you can see what you would get to market. It's really that has been a game changer to me. That of all the mods I've got is the way. I'm quite sure a lot of people feel the same way, that especially if you're creating content, it's really invaluable to you to have a mod like that shows you. When I think of the hours that I would have spent taking things to market, and now that goes, well, this is what you would get if you did that. It's so, because it is only, you're only catching up, you're only doing it for the benefit of like yourself and you, the viewers, to sort of see, well, how well did I do? So there's no real need to do any more than to see what that is. So we want normal, right? That, got rather a lot more than I thought, which is good. How much horse rice have we got? Because I suppose if we've got like 200 odd grand at 200,000 of the whole shebang, it's not really. Yeah, we've still got 122,000 litres and we've got about the same again. So although it wasn't adding up last night, it is this morning. Yeah, and nothing's changed. It's just that it was, obviously there was a lot in storage, both of husk rice and rice that had, and I constantly been adding that as well. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't do the stored rice. But I mean, I was right. It should have been 240 odd thousand, and it is about that 218 or something like that, which is what it should be. So one more of these, and it should be about there. We literally sort of see how well we did. Yeah, as I said, the hay, I will forgo that one. Because it's not really got a bearing other than the fact that we would be feeding our animals with having hay and make silage from it as well. So now let's cover that as well. Let's have another. Let's do this. No. What's the answer to that? Let's just angle. If you hover over, you can often get away as long as you're not actually on the thing. If you hover on the edge over it, as if you actually touch the trigger, but it does not like it. Yeah, I've worked it out because of all the times I did use the farm supply production and was using like bales and the water at the same time. If you hover over without your wheels being on that, but if you're hovering over it, it still knows you're on the trigger. You're not actually on the trigger where you're pressing it, so it's quite amazing. Sort of And it's again, thanks to Giants that kind of thing works, because they could have made it much more difficult than that. Oh wow, storage unit looks smaller than I thought. So do we? I think we can pull an all-nighter for once. Yeah, that we did doing it a lot of the. I mean, again, this farm I felt was very real. In so much as we've not bursted out and we've not like gone into. We're doing a little bit of the fertiliser business, only what we produce, and on this farm it's not very much. So it didn't go out of hand. The cash was basically based upon our rice business and the charcoal business. We did the trees to get our second field, so again that was good. But we didn't burst out. This is a good reflection. I mean, most of that was from the sale of our animals, which we've not been looking for equipment really, have we? That's what I'm saying. No, that is it. Right, so let's go through till 7 o'clock in the lights of the. Yeah, it's gonna go dark. Well, all my lights, especially if you go over like that. I should get a lot. Oh, okay. Oh, surprises me. I could have hit the back. It might be that. Oh, wow. Well, I never. Yeah, I did go an extra hour as well, though, didn't I? Apologies for the light. It's a bit horrible, but sometimes when it lends it. I mean, this year, I've got to be honest, if we were staying another year, you'd really see how well this year we've done with all that we have done, because we're doing that second harvest so well. Our cash, the black beans and the pinto beans, black beans especially, they are worth a fortune. The farm would be able to buy another massive field or a huge amount of a piece of equipment, a big piece of equipment that we really needed to make our job easier going forwards, which is what it's about for a farmer. Otherwise, you're going to pay a huge wad of income tax if you don't invest in the farm. So, if you don't invest in you, well, you should. Better to invest in yourself than let's spend it all on tax, is what I always used to look when I was a window cleaner. And you're not trying to evade tax, but I've it all my life. How did that do that? Or am I confusing myself? Probably confusing myself. Yeah, usually am. Yeah, it blurs a bit for me. Always, I suppose the other thing is as well. It's a Friday morning. But you're at your worst, I find, on a Friday, and my job's all mental acuity, where you've got to think through problems all week long. I always find Friday the worst day. I wish that my company do 4-day weeks and I'd have Friday off. I think I'd be so much more productive if I was allowed to do it. But yeah, they're a very strange company that I work for now. They don't like anything. They don't like working from home. They don't like very, very old school. Oh my, eh? Now I'm not imagining it. What? It can't store that much. How can we just pull... What is going on here? Hang on a minute. Oh. Oh, well that's a little bit different. Oh, I hate things like this. We can see it's a bug of some sort. Ah, okay. We know. Let's have a look. How much Trust Rice would we do? Because you don't gain from it, you lose a little tiny bit. So how much have we got? We should be looking at 210 tons of it, sort of, really. Oh, I hate this when a bug happens. We've got 202. Now, if we do one more, we're about where we should be, but it's still going to show that we've got rice on hand, but we can't help that. Yeah, this would be about right, this last load-ish. Very ish, but we're under if we don't grab it, so we won't stick that last, but this is obviously some sort of... it just goes to show, sometimes you think you're too tired to notice things, and I thought, hang on a minute, I'm sure I've just took the 40 tons out of this. Why is there still 40 tons in here? So if we look at it, we can see it's doing some sort of weirdness. Oh, it's not now. Perhaps it ran out of storage, because we know in the game now, Giants have made it that it it'll catch up. So maybe it wasn't a cheat there. Maybe it was that it had overloaded at some point, had no room, and it was sort of storing it because it isn't doing it anymore. Oh, oh, hang on a minute. Is it right? Okay, now I think I do get it. This is shared storage, isn't it? It's there in the story. Yeah, it is. Right. Okay. In that case, I don't think I've ever seen that happen here before, though. All we need to do then, can we? Is there any course drive? Yeah, that's bizarre. We just need to grab it from that one and stick it in another one. For some reason it's now using this as shared storage, which it wasn't before. So it's not cheating at all. It's transferring from one to the other. And we are indeed grabbing exactly the same 40 odd tons out as we were the time before. So we can combat this. We do have the technology. So let's go and stick this into the other silo, and we should win without any kind of cheat. I do hate it though, I've got to be honest, when the waters get muddied as soon as we've done a couple of let's plays recently where you've got something similar. Ah, no, it really is full of rice. Yeah, we just saw that actually. I knew I'm just, yeah. Where you don't cheat, but it's this storage thing where it's using storage from the silo. If you put it too close to a production, which if you start from scratch, you usually do, because your farmyard is really condensed. But then, of course, you get hit by this, the fact that storage can. And what I have found is that a couple of times, with a couple of the Omatana productions, it's multiplied. I put 10 tons of, say, wheat. It's not wheat, but just say it is wheat. And as you put it in, you see that it says 70 or 140 tons in the production, and I'm like, hang on a minute, how can you do that? How can you sort of say, right, let's speed up time again. Yeah, it is true. How can it say that you've like done so much when you've obviously not? I don't get it. I mean, and it's through no fault of your own. You can't really be helped. So, right, really time for me to sling my hook for work. Talking of the dreaded work. Still, it is Friday. I've got that Friday feeling. You know the end is in sight. Unlike Monday morning when you think, oh my line, I've got all week to go. Yeah, I'm sort of looking forward to FS25, but sort of with a bit of trepidation because I'm really unsure as to what we're going to get. Having sort of faced, yeah, I mean FS22 was a bit of a, yeah, things sort of worked. Not as bad as FS19 now. I remember the early adopters. I mean, they were basically bug testers. I've seen Mr. CDP watched all of his FS19s. I was heavily into FS19. It was really nice to watch him on his Ravenport, and he did his own farm as well. I really enjoyed it. He did the start from scratch. So why would I not like that? Really? Aha. He's got. Now I need to dump the rice in, and this time we should be alright. Now we observe that, taking it to the other one. I think is this still the same, or did we go back? I think this is the same. Oh. Okay, why? That's a bit. We didn't do our normal CDC, did we? Take it till 11. Should be. Right, let's grab some more. Why did I move it off? Now this is its weakness, reversing as well. It's the only other thing that I've. It doesn't seem too bad actually. It's a beautiful bit of kit. That's why I always try to keep this one in and not. It's not doing the horse rice anymore. Okay. I think that crashed. I think it was glitchy, which is why now it's not working. Which that makes sense to me. So I'm going to call it. We're close. It's a little bit bad, but the trouble is, yeah. Sometimes again, I've always said this. If something goes wrong like this, but I mean, yeah, we've still got a massive amount of stuff here, and we've still got. It stuffed us up a little. It has somewhat. Yeah, you could add another. You could double that, and I suppose that's what we could do. We could add another 200,000 on to the total. But really, it's only an approximation anyway, really. So, in total, goods on hand sold at the thing, which we would do the pinto beans, the black beans. We've got rice that obviously would convert to the husked rice, even the rice husk, which looks like straw, but I'm really not sure that it is. We have actually, looking at it, even a lot of hay. We've got an awful lot of that, and we've got some more in the fields that would again probably make that up to. If you added 20 grand, I don't think I was far off with that actually. So 866,994 we would have done from all goods that we've got on hand, and a lot of that we would invest back in the farm, as in like the husked rice, which would be double, so it'd be 400,000 on that, which is quite phenomenal. The black beans 160, the pinto beans 172. If I'd have realised the black beans were so much better, I'd have done 2 fields of black, because obviously we are doing this as a business. Closed 22,000. Really, we've done very, and that doesn't include the quite large amount of animals that we've got now. Yeah, I mean, these are doing nicely. Again, those 30 that we were the heifers, they're at 66% through puberty. They are going up themselves now to a reasonable amount. A few months, a year, and they'll be up to 3,000 odd, like we should sell them at. And we did it. We did it all properly. So I'm really quite, for once, feel as a virtual farmer, I actually did myself proud. They're up to 50. So all that hassle I had over the thing, yeah, I could have well left them as they were, and that's full. 50 machines, 50 50 goats and lambs. So yeah, so then fields. Let's not forget the fields. Yeah, we're not going to sell the animals this time, but they are worth quite a bit. But if we sold our fields, how much would we get? Let's have a look. That would be 541. 4, so we call that a mil. 1.4 mil. So 1.4, 2.4 mil. Yeah, 2.4 mil with the money that we just saw from the transfer stock check plus 200. 2.4 mil from just farming. It really has been just farming on this one, and I'm really quite proud of that. We didn't muddy the waters with anything else. I know we did a little bit, but it was only a little bit. It was only dregs, a really tiny amount from those. So, and 252,000. So really, 2.6 million we did on this, as well as all the equipment we bought, which was quite phenomenal. If I'm on the right screen. Yeah, I know we've got the lease in. We'll release that now. Yeah, return. Yeah, I'm happy. And all of this little lot, really. Yeah, the 2 things we have: the forager and the baler, cars, beautiful lightsaber, massive corn header. Yeah, the quasar. Fertilizer spreaders, front loaders, tractors, beautiful tractors in the ends. Yeah, 3. And our little small original tractor. The one thing I did note with that, it's a beautiful tractor. It is one of the best steerers I've ever. Not quite as good as the AB, but very close to it. I mean, and it is a standard built tractor, whereas the AB is sort of one of those, a bit like a Merlot, where it can steer on a dime. So yeah, and we have the Merlot as well. Stone pickers, all manner of fantastic kit we had on the flex play. So Yeah, all that remains to say is a massive shout out to the map maker, whose name I don't know that I could do justice. I know who you are, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. It's just a fantastic map. Thank you very much for such a beautiful map. Just look at the backdrop now. I know it's a little bit dark. The mountain ranges, I love the backdrop that he's done. It's quite amazing, stunning, and the map is beautiful. Really is. Almost alien to someone from the other side of the world, with beautiful trees that you've got. I thought he did a fantastic job of bringing that out in the map. It was a beautiful flowing map as well, the way that the rice crop did. I really enjoyed doing all of that and bringing that out. The animals, all of it, it was so well done. Yeah, couple of little things, yeah, the rice thing and also the charcoal one did a bit of a bleed. I'm sure that'll be ironed out in time. And if not, it didn't cause a great deal of mischief, no more than any other models in the game. So, yeah, so this is us ducking out, saying a massive shout out to the map maker and all of the modders who make all these fantastic mods. And most of all to you who stuck with me and watched the episodes. Thank you very much for watching. I truly do hope you're going to stick with me on all the journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.